All right, here we go. Yay! First live in this group in a long ass time. And as you may have noticed, the name has changed to the Paid and Powerful Coach, which is so appropriate for the title of this live stream, this episode, because it's also going in my podcast. And that is stop being fucking humble. And I know that so many of you avoid talking about how much you love money, how much you want money, how good you are at what you do, and your skills as a coach. And people don't own the fact that they want to be famous and they want to have this huge impact and they want to be good looking and they want to have a big butt and they want to have all of these things, but we've been taught psychologically through our upbringing, our parents, society, that it's wrong to say that we want money. We want a fuckload of money. We want success. We want amazing relationships. And we've also been taught that it's not okay and it's not good to talk about the fact that we're so fucking good at what we do naturally, that we're so gifted. And, you know, this was brought to my attention on a sales call I had recently where this woman was like, Christy, I don't know if this is egotistical, but I just want to be famous. And I just want to stop doing so much fucking work. And I want to scale. I want to make a lot of money and have time to go travel and like share it on my Instagram and do all these different things. And I was like, I don't think that's fucking egotistical at all. I think that's normal. And I really want this space and this community to be a place where you can come and say like, yes, I would like to make a fuckload of money. I am really good at what I do. And, you know, I work with people in my membership who right now, I'm thinking of one particular person who is letting this idea that she's not good at what she does affect her ability to sell. And pretty much everybody in this community is a coach. And if you don't believe that you're good at what you do, and you're not like, yeah, I am really fucking good at helping people find their soulmates. Or me recently on this call, I was like, yeah, my gift, I'm really fucking good at helping people make money. I am. It's like something that happened naturally for me. And I have known it for forever. And that's kind of where I wanted to bring this live stream today. If you are somebody who has always known, I'm meant for money, I'm meant for wealth, I'm meant to be a coach. It's like you walk around in the world, you go out to the coffee shop, people are just drawn to you. They can't stay away. They just want to tell you everything. And your natural inclination is to give them the exact coaching. Give them the things they need to hear to go change their lives, because that's who you are. You're naturally born with that gift. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be a coach. I think most people that become coaches are people who are natural gifted helpers anyways, who just have this knack for telling people exactly what they need to know to shift them. And so why not say in your content, hey, I'm really fucking good. Like the women that work with me, they walk away empowered. They walk away, in this client's case, they walk away feeling so secure in who they are, what they have to offer the world. They don't date shitty men anymore. They walk down the street, people fucking turn and they stare. Like if you were to do your content that way and say, like really own the fact, like paint this image of who that client is when they leave you, and that was the vibe of your content, it would be totally fucking different than you being like, hey guys, like I'm just here to help you think about why you're in a toxic relationship. It's like, okay, we can go watch a YouTube video about that. But I know deep down that this client, and really all of you, because just, you know, we each have our own insecurities about us not being good enough. If you were to really just say that and believe it yourself, and people felt that in your energy when you were sharing, the sales would be totally different. The people reaching out to you would be different when you're speaking from the heart and you truly mean it and you're like, yes, this is who I am. These are the results that I get, people. This is natural for me. And if you're this type of person, and I think that's important too, to be very clear on who is the specific person that I help. I am so good at coaching. And that's actually a way to get clients to trust you, potential clients, leads, to get them to trust you. For example, in my case, I know that for me in particular, I work with driven women who are so successful so naturally in so many other areas of their lives, and are making this transition into having a coaching business. And they're fucking terrified because while these types of women, these driven women, could be really good at anything else that's really hard for normal people, when it comes to doing their soul's work in the world and really putting themselves out there vulnerably, openly, doing the thing they really want to do, that's when fear comes in and they're like, oh fuck, I can't. I just have to go think about my course for 5 months and I have to, go like meditate on it and like go through my awakening in this quarantine, and like it's all marinating and I'm in a transition period. I'm like, you're not in the fucking transition period. You're just procrastinating. And that can be really triggering for that kind of woman or that kind of person in general who's trying to start a business. Because if you're so good at everything else you've ever done in life, but then this thing that you really care about is so hard for you, it's really like a killer to your self-worth. And if you're in this community, you're probably exactly like that and can't figure out, well, why the fuck can't I do this thing that's so easy and so simple, and my brain just like blanks out, like you forget what you're supposed to do to make sales, when in reality you fucking know. Well, it's really just because you care so much and this is your purpose. And so I really just believe, like, no matter what kind of support it is, you need somebody who understands you mentally, your type of brain, to coach you through that. And that's the kind of woman I coach, because I'm not the kind of person who can help someone that wants a 7-step formula, and there's nothing wrong with that. That works for some people, not for the type of person that I'm great at coaching. And I got very clear on who is the specific person I'm great at coaching early on, because in the beginning, I didn't know any better. I was just like, yeah, everybody, like, come in, let's hang out, come join my program. And then when some people were successful and some people weren't, I was like, okay, well, why is that? Why is that? Like, what are the qualities about these types of people that make them like really great clients that get results? And that way, when I know I exactly help this type of person, and this is why I get them results, then when I'm on a sales call with someone, I can own that and be like, I absolutely know that you can make your $20,000 investment back in 2.2 seconds, because I've done the work to understand who that person is, that they get results. So if you're watching this and you maybe feel some sort of like hesitation and fear about selling your offer, like, I'm not really sure I can get them results. Like, what if I can't? I don't know how to sell. What am I doing? That's potential avenue your mind's going down. I would say get really clear and confident on who exactly is perfect for working with you. And that way you don't have these like outlier people coming in who are totally wrong for you that make you lose confidence in your coaching abilities. And then besides that, back to the point of the beginning of this live stream, you have to own the fact that you're fucking good at it. And when you know who you're great at coaching, it's so much easier to own that and to really say like, hey, I'm Christy and I'm really fucking good at helping people be paid and powerful, which is why I changed the name of this group. If you're watching, say hello, as we are reviving this group. And the next thing I want to talk about in this live stream that I think everybody also needs to hear is that work what works until it works. And I have a lot of clients who are like, Christy, it's not working. Only one person bought. I think I need to go do something else, and I need to change my messaging, and I need to like maybe do an ad. I'm like, you don't fucking need to do an ad. You need to sit your ass down, think about what worked. Like, let's problem solve. Let's go back in time. What about you getting that client worked for you? And then you need to begin to recreate that. So in another client's case today, she has a workshop, and she got her first, oh, that's you, Evan, hello. And she got her first client by doing a live stream, and she's like, it's not working. I'm like, okay, cool. What did work? Oh, a live stream. And then the next problem that we worked through, this is just logical, is, okay, if a live stream works, then let's do more of those. If we don't have enough people watching the live stream, then let's ask the question, how can I get more people on my live stream? And this way, it's not like an emotional problem. And I think that's something that a lot of people do, is that they make very like logical thing that you could problem solve very easily an emotional issue, or like make it mean that you're wrong or you don't know how to do this, when in reality it's just like, let's just problem solve some shit. Let's design this so that it works for us, so that we can keep doing more of what works. And that's actually why I decided to come back and revive my Facebook group, when I thought, like, oh, I don't really want to do Facebook groups. In reality, my mind changes all the fucking time, and I just go with it, and it works. So I do whatever I'm called to do in the moment. But I will say that the revival of this group My clients will be interested to know this because they asked me, they heard me say recently that I wasn't going to do a group. As I sat down, I was like, well, Christy, what fucking works for you? Like, let's just go back in time to the biggest income months you had, the happiest times you had in running your business. Like, let's deconstruct it. And so, I had a Facebook group and I did lives and I really fucking enjoyed it. And somewhere along the way, I picked up a story that like live streams are not enjoyable or they drain me, which is like, well, if everything is a construct of what we decided was true, then I can also decide live streams do not drain me and I can do them anyway and do what works. And secondly, I have also made a decision in my business to be more efficient. So I don't know if you can see my lovely microphone here, but this is also going to become a podcast. It is also going to go on Instagram because I'm trying to work less and make a fuckload more money. Yes, Bonnie, you are not alone. And I also find the type of clients who are attracted to me are also people that change their mind. But I will say that there's a difference between changing your mind because you are scared of actually just committing to doing the work that works until it works versus, okay, like I'm gonna just change the name of my group or my branding or like the kind of direction of my offers right now. Like earlier in the year, it was more about like self-love type stuff for me and life coaching. Right now, it's more about kind of ass kicking and money making and sales and business. And that's the part I mean about changing is it's like your business, because it's based off of a personal brand, naturally changes as you evolve. And this is like, I don't know, the most brutal self-growth journey you'll ever go on is building a business. So it's natural that throughout the years, because I'm like almost 4 years in now, man, I'm old in the business world, that your messaging will change as you evolve, because like you're gonna have like 5 million of fucking awakenings like peeling back the layers of who you were, and what does not change are the core things about who you are. And so what's funny is that when I launched my membership, I think it was like a month ago now, I asked everybody who came in, I was like, why did you sign up? And they were like, your energy. I want to be powerful, I want to be confident, and secondly, you talk about money, you love making money, and I want to be like that too. And I was just like, God, like that's been true about me since way before I even started a business. And when I was in college, I was going to college in Europe. I went to college in Switzerland, and I would fly back and forth a lot between Switzerland and Germany, where I had a boyfriend, and I would always take Eurowings flights. And there was a first class section, and I remember walking through it one day. This was so random because I'd never had this thought before, and it was like, you belong here. You need to sit here. I was like, what? I'm just a college student. I don't know what's happening. And I'll never forget that moment because it was like a complete, like intuitive soul knowing. And every time I've had one of those in that way, it's come true. And then but I think it was 4 years later, maybe 5, because I finished college 2 years after that, went to work at IBM doing corporate sales. Then I started a business, and it was fitness coaching, and then it was business coaching. And yeah, once I started that, shit really took off because that was my true soul purpose. And I started flying first class all the time. But it wasn't really about first class, that knowing. It was more like you're meant to be wealthy. And so what I want to say right now is just like, I'm not saying I want to be wealthy because it's like, yes, everybody wants it. And like, yeah, we like money, but it was like, oh shoot, like that's meant for me. Okay, interesting. I had this same feeling about starting a business. I read the 4-Hour Work Week and I was like, oh, I think that's gonna be my life. And it was such a just random feeling and thought of knowing. And so for the people who feel like, oh, it's wrong or it's bad to want money, to talk about earning, to talking about making a fuckload of money, to teach other people how to make money, well, fuck that, because if it's really who you are, then who's to say that it's wrong? Of course the rest of the world will say it's wrong if you talk about and like want money and fame and power and all that stuff, but who gives a fuck? Because whatever you don't talk about is exactly what you don't create. What you avoid is, well, you just create more avoidance, and you don't create money or you don't create fame because you're not giving yourself permission, and you're not saying it's okay to want those things, when in reality it is so okay. And something that happened when I changed the name of this group, and really it coincided with so many changes in my personal life, and me just taking back my fucking power in my family dynamics, in my dating life, in like my body and my eating and all these decisions. I wake up every day, I'm like, this is for me. I'm doing this for fucking me. I'm saying this thing that I would have not said in the past because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I'm just gonna fucking say it. I'm gonna walk out of this situation. Last night I literally walked out of Father's Day dinner because my dad said something that was not okay, and I did not say a word. I walked the fuck out. And it's like every time that I make a decision like that to stand for myself and my boundaries, it's like my power meter goes up. The things that I do in my business like just fucking take off. Ever since this started happening, I've started attracting clients that are like 6-figure clients, people that in the past I would have been like, oh, I can't fucking work with them, like I'm not good enough. But the changes I made in my personal life to take my power back have translated now into the content I create, the videos I'm creating. If you guys have seen my videos on Instagram lately, I'm just being my weird fucking self. I don't care. And that's honestly because of all the work I've done in my personal life. So when I say powerful in the name of this group, you know, that's the stuff I'm going to be talking about because that's what I know fucking works. And I'm always committed to teaching my clients the stuff that works and encouraging them to talk about money, talk about the things that they want and desire, and never making it wrong or bad to want these things. So consider this community a safe space for you to talk about all of the shit that you don't want to admit that you like. Ooh, Tanya, thank you. Nice to see you too. What I love about you is how you own the fuck out of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Amen. Yeah, and in the past, because I don't know if you guys have been following me for a long time, but I have switched this group name. It's not even my original group, but I've switched it like 5 million times. Okay, probably like 8. But every time I was like, oh, maybe it's wrong. Maybe they'll think I'm flaky and whatever. And I know after a while I changed it so many times that I was like, oh, this is just like what happened. It's like putting on a new outfit for me. Like I'm still in the same body. And like you guys, like you're still the same body. But as you evolve in your business, like your business is going to make you evolve as a human being, let's be real. As that evolves, like your awakening evolves, as you come into more of who you truly are, your outfit's going to change. And so like, yeah, your fucking messaging might change, but the thing that will always be the same are the things that people always come to you for because of who you are and sharing that authentically. So like I was saying earlier in this live stream, for me, it's my energy and the way that I'm able to motivate and empower people just through them being in this space and in listening to my words and feeling what I am giving through the screen. And that in itself is value that turns into monetary value because you take my energy, you borrow it, you try it on as your own outfit, and you go fucking take it into the world. So you might be watching this live stream and then you go do a live stream of your own in the exact same energy. It's not like copying, it's just like, oh shit, that's part of who I am, and now I feel okay to go do that. And then the second thing that people always came to me and still come to me for is they want to make a shitload of money. And they want to stop feeling bad about it. And there have been so many times in my business where I could have been like, oh, I shouldn't, it's too bad. I mean, I don't know if all of you know this story about how I started coaching fitness coaches, and I made a post about how one of my clients got her first $1,500 client, and I got called a greedy asshole. I got trolled. I got like spammed by a literal troll account that existed to send like mean people to your account to hate on you. And it was every minute there was a new hate comment. Like everybody's worst nightmare that you think, oh, that's crazy, that will never come true. That shit happened to me. So if there was ever somebody that, like had their worst fear about talking about money come true, it's me. And like that moment was also a fuck you moment to be like, I'm gonna do it anyway because I know that this is meant for me. I know I'm meant to make a lot of money. I know I'm meant to help people make a lot of money. And I've actually known that since I was in my corporate job, and I turned to my best friend and I said, I think I'm supposed to help women leave their 9-to-5 jobs. I have no idea how the fuck I'm supposed to do that because I'm in a 9-to-5 job. And it was a nudge of soul knowing, like, this is meant for me. This makes no fucking sense, but okay. we'll let that simmer until like it manifests in my reality, and it did. Which is why I don't feel weird when I say paid and powerful. Like, I mean, sure, you might look at other people's copy that are in our niche and you're like, oh, that's like kind of weird. Like she's just like trying too hard. There's definitely a lot of that. But like for me in particular, it's just who I am, and I've known that for so many years, even before my business. So anyway, if you're here, you're probably just like me in that you've known these things for a really long time. And so I just want to invite you to give yourself permission. Like, what if you did own the fact that you love money? Or, I need some water. that you love, I don't know, you love getting followers, you love growing your account, it's fun for you. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think a lot of coaches are like, Instagram followers don't fucking matter. Well, I don't know, maybe your soul calling was to like grow a really big audience, and that's part of who you are. So, you know, in my coaching style, I love giving people permission and helping them find their truth, and then giving them permission to own that, because when you own that part of you, it's like this piece of you wakes up and you're like, oh my God, here I fucking am. I've been hiding for so long. This feels so good. I love wearing this outfit. I think I'm gonna go tell everybody about it. And it just like, it wakes you up. And so even if you don't feel ready or don't feel worthy of like owning that thing that you're not saying right now, like watch some magical shit happen in your business and in your sales this week if you do. So here's a content prompt for you. What is the thing that you're avoiding saying in your content, that you're avoiding owning about who you really are? I know a lot of my clients right now are watching this live stream, and I know that you're here in my world because you love money too. So what if you fucking really owned it and really was just like, this is who I am, this is what I like, this is what I want? That is so fucking sellable and enrolling, because it's that confidence and that energy that ultimately makes people be like, God, I wish I had the courage to just own that about myself, to be okay with wanting so much more, not just more, so much fucking more for my life and my money and my relationships and everything. Like, who says there has to be a limit? I was telling, so I see my therapist 3 times a week, and it's fucking amazing. I don't know why it was 3 times, but I just started doing that, and like my world changed. And I was telling her, I don't believe in limits. And she was like, why don't we be realistic with your money goals? I was like, nah, because if I don't believe that I can make $80,000 this week, I won't. Like, literally I won't. So why wouldn't I say that I want $80,000 this week and I have the sales opportunities for that, and then go do that? And this is a story I've told many times. I'll tell it again about the beginning of my business. Is I just did not believe that like I should start out low, I should charge low, or that I should like not talk about money because it was wrong. It just, for some reason, like I wasn't exposed enough to all this like crazy shit in the online entrepreneur world. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna charge $3,500 for my first group program because I fucking, like, I know that I can help people earn this back in 2.2 seconds. And I know I'm good at it. And when I stopped overthinking the course in this program, because some coach had told me that it takes 1 month to plan a program and 1 month to launch it, which I accepted as truth. I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. Then finally I was like, well, why? Like, why the fuck does it take that long? I don't want it to take that long. And if you're anything like me, you're that driven person, you could do things that take people months in like literally an hour. So that's what happened. I you know, it had been existing in my head for so long. I finally just wrote it out in an hour. I got sick of my shit and paid a person $300 to put it on a sales page. And in my group, I started live streaming, and that was a $24,000 launch in my 3rd month of business. So that kind of like blew my mind. Cause, oh shit, there are no rules about what you can earn or how good enough you have to be. If you actually know like deep, like intuitively deep inside, I'm fucking good at this, I know that I can obviously help people get results if they take these steps and they're in this container, well then why the fuck wouldn't you charge that much even if you're in the beginning of your business? But the difference is you cannot just like half-ass that. You can't just be like, I think I'm gonna do this, I think I might like be okay with doing a course. No, it's an all in or nothing situation. And again, the people who work with me are all in or nothing people. And so if you're not getting the results you want right now, it's because you haven't actually decided to be in. Because, you know, if you really wanted something, you would do whatever the fuck it took to get that. And I know that. I've seen it over and over again with clients where it's like 1 minute they're just kind of like swimming around, like marinating. They're like thinking, they're meditating on it. They're, you know, letting it sink in or whatever. I don't know, integrating. And then I'm like, well, how's that integrating going for you? Making a lot of money integrating, meditating on it? And they're like, fuck. And I'm like, okay, well, guess what? Do it, or you can just not do it. Fine. And that was actually the most motivating thing anybody has ever said to me in my life. I had a mentor, and he was like, okay, Christy, don't do it. And I was like, like hell, and then I fucking did it. So I love to use that line on my clients too, because like I said earlier in the live stream, those are the people that I excel at working with, and why I give this fire in these live streams and in my work with my clients, because I know what works for them. And I also have discussions with them about the best coaching style for them and what they need in a relationship. I don't just assume that like one style of coaching is always good for everybody or in every single call. And like, yes, my style is very much like this a lot of the time, but it, how do I say this? It adjusts to every single situation that I'm in. And I think that's a gift that a lot of empathic women, intuitive women have, and men who are in this online coaching space, is you can actually sense where a client is at when they get on a call and, either give or take. And it's something that you get to develop over time as your coaching skills improve with experience. And actually, this is something that my clients have wanted me to do a workshop on. I thought I was going to do it separately, but no, I'm just going to do it inside the membership. So another thing that's happened recently, a little update to Christy's business stuff, is I've just simplified everything. Okay, I only have 3 offers. I have work with me privately. You get me every day, like in your life, like we're like this. I'm your fucking business partner. I'm your girlfriend. Like I'm in it with you. And then the second is inner circle. So I had this a while ago in my business, let it go, started doing one-on-one only, and now I've decided to bring it back because it's like a hybrid between group coaching and also you get one-on-one time with me. And for people who are not quite at 10K or a little above that and like maybe are inconsistent, it's not really feasible for them to do $20,000 one-on-one with me. And so something I've done is I've created offers at every price point for each type of client, so I'm not losing any kind of sale. And if I do get someone that doesn't fit in those 3, I make something up for them. So I'm not wasting money. But the important thing is that I'm always making every decision in my business about what I sell and how I sell it in the context, and the people, the lens of, is this in alignment with who I want to be, with the time I want to have, with like my priorities for my health and my relationships, because I'm just not fucking willing to have my business overtake that part of my life and the things that are important to me, which is something I did for so long in the past. So that's a very different thing about my coaching style now, is like, I'm not going to coach people to get success and money at the expense of the things that are important to them. Both get to happen, both and. And so then, my entry level offer is my membership, which is actually more like a mastermind, because you get coaching time with me without needing to pay high ticket, and it's month to month. So people have the flexibility to come in for a month, or they can stay for multiple months, or now I'm going to add an option where you can sign up for a year at a discounted rate. But this has been really exciting for me because now my ADHD brain is not like exploding with all the different offers that I was constantly always launching. I just do my like workshop stuff and my other things inside of the membership now. So that's actually something I'm going to be relaunching on my birthday this week. I'm going to open up the doors to that, to my membership. And then also like one-on-one stuff is happening and being sold this week, which is cool. Okay, I think this live stream's over. But yeah, welcome back to the community. Lots more to come on money, on really stepping into your power and sharing the ways that I've been doing that, and more on these different offers and ways to begin working with me if you would also like to step into your power and make a fat load of money, because nobody's got time to be humble. My clients don't, I don't, and like, how are people gonna know that you're the one for them if you're never telling them, this is why you need me, this is why I'm good at what I do, and this is where we're gonna go together? You know, like imagine like a very dominant guy like that you meet, and he's like, yes, we're going on this date, and let me take your chair for you, and you look so beautiful, okay, I'm gonna drive you home. It's like, oh, that's kind of sexy, you know what I mean? Like, versus the guy on the date who's like, oh, I don't know, like, do you like that? Should I pick you up? I'm not sure. Oh, do I look okay? I'm not as handsome as you. And it's like, oh, that's like it's not very cute. Like, don't really want to go on a second date. I feel like that's the analogy that sums up this entire live stream. So be the dominant guy in the dating scenario of your business, okay? And that energy is just like, it will make those driven women that you want to work with, the ones who do the work, just kind of like melt into your business arms. Be like, yes, please take me. And I'm being facetious, but at the same time, like, this is actually like a psychological sales like tactic, is to be dominant, is to say, buy this offer, do this thing. And the last thing I'm gonna leave you with, like, for real, the last thing this time, is that people do not, like, if you tell them one time about your offer, like, well, yeah, like, slide up in my DM. People have like the memory of goldfish on social media, so they're not going to be like remembering that. You have to be like, yes, buy my thing, yes, buy my thing, multiple times a day, every day. Like, go hard with the selling. What's the worst thing that's going to happen to you? Like, I don't know, your mom might be like, oh, you're selling a lot, honey. Or your followers might be like, oh, are you sure? Like, that's a good idea. Or maybe they'll unfollow you, and who the fuck cares? Because then you'd actually make some sales if you actually sold your offers and told people about how to work with you. I know, it's fucking crazy. So if you'd like to work with me, you can either work with me privately, one-on-one. You can work with me in my inner circle and do a hybrid of group coaching and one-on-one with Christy and have access to me every single day. Or you can join the membership when it opens back up on Friday, on my birthday. So that's me telling you exactly what I would like you to do. If you're somebody who's a six-figure business owner and you already like have income coming in and you want to be scaling your business and getting your fucking life back, one-on-one privately is probably the best way for you to go. If you're somebody that's already started your business and you're not making 10K yet, and like shit's kind of irregular and you really feel like you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you're just throwing shit at the business wall, and you want to make it consistent and you want to scale your income, well, then the inner circle will be good for you. And if you're just starting out and you're like, I just want to dip my toe in the water, but I'm not ready for a high ticket investment, but I want to be in Christy's energy all the time, well, then the membership would be best for you. So this is Christy being unapologetic with her selling and not being humble, because whatever level you choose to work with me at, you're gonna make a lot of money. And that's it. So that's the live stream for tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will be doing a live of some kind every single day. I will decide the topic the day that I get there, whatever is coming out of my soul. I don't pre-plan things, and you can be assured that there will be a fuckload of value. So see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, have a nice night.